I've been sitting in the car for about an hour and a half. It's been torrential rain and wind, but it's sort of eased back a little bit. If you haven't guessed already, I'm in Wistman's Woods. I was here early last year, and this is where I did my first landscape photography vlog. I got very lucky last year with the conditions. I had a nice light dusting of snow and I got some great images. One of the best of the year actually is this one. But this time round, it's early summer, and as you can see, it's very, very misty, and that's perfect for woodland, because the hardest thing in Wistman's Woods, or any woods that's really compact and busy, is to get a good composition. When you look around, I mean, it's stunning, but when you actually come to photograph, you end up with a mess. The best thing to do in these situations is to isolate a tree, and mist is a woodland photographer's best friend. Alternatively, you can isolate a tree by using a shallow depth of field. So I'm going to do that today as well. In fact, I'm going to combine the two and see what sort of results we get. So I'm on the western side of the woodland, and that's not too smart because that's where the wind is coming from and the rain, and it's starting to pick up again. So I'll quickly take a shot of this tree. Because the wind's picking up now, I'm going to shoot at 160th of a second to try and eliminate some of that blur, that movement in those outer branches.
Here's a shot at f13. There's a nice depth of field and those trees in the background are sharp. Here's the same shot at f1.8, giving it a very shallow depth of field. It works with the mist nicely to separate the background a lot more. For this particular image, because the background trees were fairly close, I think it looks better. I think it looks more mysterious. What do you think?
So literally 2 minutes after I took that photo, the mist vanished, completely vanished, and the wind's coming back a bit stronger and it's raining again. So one shot is all I got, maybe two. So what was I saying earlier about being tricky when there's no mist to separate trees? Well, now I've got tricky. Now I've got to work harder to find a composition. But if all else fails, at least I can show you around, give you an idea of what this place looks like. Right on the edge of Wistman's Woods, and I found this beautiful stone wall and a single tree. So I'm shooting low for two reasons. First of all, as I've said in the past, when we shoot low we can get a really dramatic perspective, and certainly with this stone wall, with creating a lead-in line when you're low, that's pretty dramatic. And secondly, is more of a practical reason. There's a modern barbed wire fence behind the wall, so by coming lower I'm sort of eliminating that. Overall, this is a really beautiful composition that sort of typifies Dartmoor for me, so hopefully it comes out. The wind is really picking up now, and it's making long exposures tricky because everything's blurred. But that's not a bad thing because I'm shooting at f1.8, which means for this shot of the tree here, that's 400th of a second. So I should get a nice creamy, buttery, blurry background and isolate that tree.
This isn't working for me because the tree in focus isn't far enough away from the others, and despite the blurry background, it's still too busy. This shot is only slightly better. I move closer to the tree, and the closer you put something into the foreground, the more you can blur out the background, but it's still not enough in this case.
I'm going to share with you what I consider to be the best 3 images from today, and also the best 3 images from last winter. So out of the 6, is there one image that stands out? What is the best image that I've taken in Wistman's woods? Let me know, and thanks for watching.